Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are discussing about tracing and writing. How we can help the child to trace and write. We have some Montessori activities. I have created a video for that, which the child can do at home to, enhance the motor skills of the fingers, where they have to grip an object and put it somewhere. So the object size also matters a lot. A type of objects, then their hand-eye coordination skills, and overall motor skills to grab the things. So that is my another video where we have considered that in details. So please see my other video on this and how we can do that on budget also, because I'm reusing all my props for doing these kind of activities. Introduce cloth and board books to read at early stage itself, because then they try to flip it over. Even that helps, because their tiny hands are trying to do it very early in the stage. So that also helps them to while turning pages. That helps. Introduce colors also, all types of colors, as early as 1 year. So I have given her the jumbo crayons, and even the broad line markers of Crayola. I have introduced that much pretty much in 1 year. She is crazy about that, but every time I need to monitor this, like whenever I give, so that she's not keeping that in mouth. In fact, by 1 year I started doing activities with a lot of color, handprints, footprints, and even the watercolor I used to give her. So she used to spread that a lot, but she was enjoying. She used to do it like for hours. That water paint. So and even the color marker, the broadline color marker. So more than crayons, she's crazy about these sketch pens, Crayola markers or watercolors. And that also helps, to develop the grab power. The motor skill also enhances, so it enhances your grip on the pen, on the subject. That helps further in writing, because your muscles develop in these areas. More you do it, more you practice it, then more it happens. Rather than teaching them, coming directly to some lines, or 1 2 3 or A to Z. So first, these are the warm-up things which we should be doing for a child, which is fun, like lot of coloring and painting by those pens, the broad line ones. That really helped me a lot. So like paintings like this she have improved a lot over a period of time. This triangle, she's kind of now, like, she have done these paintings mostly like at 2 years or 1 month or 2 months. Then she was improving over a period of time. If you see, then she's making the lines more and more clearer, and it is not going outside. Not much of that is going outside. I used to previously give her blank worksheets for the painting, but she eventually did it. But then slowly, once we get into the scenic objects, the animals, she was getting more interested to do that. And that's the reason I used to print anything from the internet, and she will color on that. Like at 2 years, 1 or 2 months, she was able to do like this. This is all her paintings. So all of these are using Crayola broadline markers. I have actually kept that. Some of the time she might not be interested, so yeah. She only did this. A lot. So with that much of practice, and in fact here I'm not having the sheets which were with the watercolors, because she used to do a lot, and then I used to almost throw them because I moved. So I don't really have those copies, but I have these copies which were like done after 2 years. So this one is like with the crayons. She loves to do with so many colors. Watercolor, And this is a watercolor. So slowly, eventually, she has improved a lot over a period of time. And unknowingly, she's developing her skills with coloring from the broadline markers. Her skills has developed a lot in terms of pen gripping. So this is one of the sheets we do like on her name daily. Now let me come to the details of tracing. So how I have started is I have started with some simple tracing worksheets like this, which is like you can easily get it from online. Like this is the Moffat Girls. Some sheets are from Worksheets for Fun. Some sheets are from Teachers Pay Teachers. There is a lot and lots of online content available for free, which you can use for your own personal use. So this sheet, it's an advantage is doing with those sheets that it can be very near to the child when they are sitting on a chair table. Then it is easy for them to write and scribble. So other than your workbooks, then this one sheet also helps. It is easy for them to have a grip. So that's the reason I have printed that in a black and white, these simple lines which she practice. And then these are the slant lines. This is more on the lines. So once she do the lines, then we have the others like this, like these kind of shapes, circles. Then these lines which are curvy. So these are kind of warm up for a child. So these are the lines. These are again the tracing lines. So she will be doing this a lot, and in fact not necessarily I need to use a wipe of marker for that. I just use the broadline markers for that. It is a color, and then I can easily clean that with a towel or a sponge. So I'm using just those washable markers, the Crayola washable markers, the broadline range in that. So I have laminated this sheet, and I have taken the printout like twice so that I can use both the sides of the page. So then I have these some fun shapes like flowers, leaf, and then we have some vehicles. When we have that, we can also make some eyes, nose and mouth in these kind of shapes. She enjoyed that. Then we have ovals, triangles, a lot many shapes with some different designs. I've taken all of these for free from internet. So it's a circle, then a tree, and then these shapes also. She's doing these shapes a lot. So it really helps me with the line. As of now, she can I'm not asking her to do at once, so she want to do at once without picking her pen, but I make her do the lines like one line at a time, and then give a break on a dot, and then one line at a time, and then again give the break at the dot. So that's how I'm making her practice. These are the straight lines. So these are the other so these are the other kind of activities. It's not related to any alphabet, but for example, when we create U, we need a curve like this. We need a curve like this. So this is what they are trying to practice on that. This line, straight line, slant line, snail, and then this one is also good. The shapes with the arrows. However, my daughter don't follow that as of now. I just take her from one point to another. Just focus on that. If she's able to follow the directions, that's fine. If she's not also, I just want to make her scribble on that. These are like types. So there are many, and then the one which I really liked is like there is brain maze warm-up work. This is like one in all kind of sheet. So they are having a lot of patterns in the one page itself. So there is a lot to do. And moreover, what I've liked about this is that, for example, you see uh, that what you need to write for writing for A, B, C, D. So they're giving you one relation. Okay, we have to go from A to A. Okay, take it from there. B to B, C to C, D to D. So they don't lose track of where they were, because generally when you start on these patterns, then you will know generally, like if they start making lines. So what they tend to do is they tend to make a line from this to this. So slowly, eventually, by making them hold their hands, we have to get these kind of exercise done. It's a very warm up. It's a very good one from Brainy Maze. A lot of patterns in one sheet. So but yes, she will eventually come to that. She's not that happy doing it because it's plain. So she would like to do some shapes and some fancy stuff, and then eventually we can come to this. So there are others also which is related to the alphabets, like this. So we can do the alphabets. And then on the teachers pay teachers also, TPT, there were sources available for the alphabets separately. Like all the alphabets, there are sheets available where you can make them practice all the alphabets differently. However, you can skip that because there are worksheets, tracing workbooks for that. So if you had liked, then you can skip that. So I have now this book, Tracing Fun of School Zone. This is a wonderful book with a lot many colorful patterns. So the quality is good, but it is still not that durable that it can hold for a long period of time. So if you decide, you can also do one thing, is that rather than those pages, you can just take the pages from the book and laminate it for your further use. That is a better idea to do it. But since I already have a lot, I actually give her at the time when I am busy and she just want to scribble. Then I give that her on a couch or on her mat to do something on this. So there are a lot many pages, and she'll be doing something at least on these pages, and I can then wipe it off. That's the reason I have given her this book, so that when I'm not there and she want to do something, then she can do, because it's a lot of colors and she'll be motivated to do tracing on that with the pen. So though like if I sit, I can monitor her activities and I can tell her what exactly it is, but then she can also try to do on her own. And then this is another one I have. This is also very good for the pen control. So all the kind of lines are given. Sorry about that, like I haven't cleaned it much. The shapes, so they can trace on that the animals. And at last you have this. So I have another book anyways from the same wiping clean, read, learn to write. This is pen control, pretty books, and I have the same for the ABCs. So these are good books and they are good in quality. It has a reuse life a lot of that. You can easily wipe it. But the only thing is that generally, like children who are young, they will not be able to use it directly. So something like a spiral kind of book helps, or the pages itself, because they can keep it very near to them and then do it. That is the whole reason that I have books and these pages, because I give them one by one, and then she keep that, very near to her hands on a table and able to do it. It is not, these type of books are very good in the quality when you try to help them doing it. um, but they have their own issues of holding and getting it nearer. However, this book, workbook tracing and pen control, is easier because I can fold it and I can give that as one page, because it's spiral binded, so she can have that very near to her and do this. So this is a really good book in that sense. So better if you are trying to take that for a smaller younger child, like 2 years or so, who is already good in the grip of the pen and has pen control, then start with this kind of book, which is spiral binding, or create your own pages to make them learn tracing a little bit. These are the books. These are the pages in the book. So yeah, a lot to do for toddlers. And then they have everything from shapes to animals to a lot of thing. My daughter get attracted a lot. And then the last page, they are having this full activity, which is a lot of shapes. So yeah, like you get to do all kind of shapes: a circle, a triangle, a line like rectangle, small circles, big circles, stars, everything all in one. So this is also one of the good pages. So if you're starting with a very young child, like a 2 or 3, then this kind of book is recommended, where they have spiral binding and it is easy for the child to have that very nearby. So yeah, that is now pretty much the end. And these type of sheets basically I have created just because I have printed this very early, like at 1.5 years or so, because she was very good in drawing by that time. And then I thought that maybe let me give her these tracing sheets, and then I used to try that like after every 1 month, that how she's doing on that. So if she's doing good, then I will start more of those kind of activities. That's the reason I got before I got the books for her, I was having these sheets with me. I used to give her very basic tracing sheets after every month and see how she does, and then add more. So she started tracing lines, all types, like straight, vertical, horizontal, slant, and then we have started with the shapes like circle and shapes as early as like 2.5 years old, but faced issue with the line patterns, which we are kind of still practicing more and more. And in addition to the numbers and alphabets. So when you start introducing it, then maybe you can have 1 or 2 of these kind printed and test them, like whether they are able to do a little bit of this or not. Then only invest in other books. Hope you liked my video, and if you liked it, then please give me a thumbs up, and also please click on subscribe link to get automatic updates or notifications on the new posts and videos. Till then, lots of love, enjoy little things with your baby, and stay blessed. Bye bye.